They question my skill and my motive. They call me a Hollywood trapper. I give it my all to this game called trapping so that she can experience the challenge.
Well, it's getting late. Sun's going down, baby. Smell that. Just screams coon. The brush pile set came about.
We as trappers push ourselves to the limits.
This is my first Mississippi cat. I hate it. There's a gray fox down here. I caught this pretty little red right here. That is a monster. They're so big, we got to drag them like deer. Peyton's second beaver. This is what you experience when you go on a trapping trip.
Brand new Duke trap.
Got the FB1. I see the tail. Beautiful. Randy has got a muddy mess happening. We got one. Right exactly what I'm talking about, right here in this dip. 1 second.
Robby, Gilbert, king of poor man's dome. Did you happen to see that awesome?
I got something up here. Aha! 175s are definitely doing their job.
Do you have what it takes to play the game?
Three.
Follow me on my journey. This is my story. This is my time. This is trapping time. Trapping time is brought to you by Dakota Line Snares at DakotaLineSnares.com. Hilltop Outdoor Supply at HilltopOutdoorSupply.com. Duke Trap Company at DukeTraps.com. Southern Snares and Supply at SouthernSnares.com. Old South Lures at OldSouthLures.com. Webster's Predator Control at ShopWebster'sPredatorControl.com. F&T Trading Post at FNTPost.com. Big Game Gut Glove at BigGameGutGlove.com. Night Owl Lures at NightOwlLures.com. Wolf Creek Products at WolfCreekProducts.net. J3 Outdoors at J3O.com. American Coon Cap at AmericanCoonCap.com. Smokey's Deer Lure at Smokey'sDeerLure.com. Funk Trap Tags at FunkTrapTags.com.
Hello folks, and welcome to this week's show. This week is going to be a lot of fun with a lot of action. We're headed to the south, one of my favorite places to trap, Mississippi. We're going to be with Brian McKee, Jason Webster, and Justin Rogers, and we're going to be chasing beavers. First setup, Jason Webster going to show us one of his favorite little ditches to trap when he's in the state of Mississippi.
Hi, we're down here in Mississippi trapping with Justin and Robby and Brian McKee. I set a 330 here in this creek coming. There's a big pond down here and a feeder creek that comes out of this bigger dam up here. So we blocked up the creek here with a 330 trying to catch any beavers or otters traveling back and forth from lake to lake. So we'll see if we got anything down here. Yep, got ourselves a nice Mississippi beaver. Got him by the perfect head catching a 330, traveling this creek up through here. What we did is we basically just took this 330, we set it in a small pinch point here where he had no option but to go through the trap up or down. Alright, well this is that set we pulled that beaver in. We'll get this one remade here. Got my stabilizer here in a pinch point in the creek where basically the beaver has no option or otter to go through the trap. He can't go up around because of the trees and the bank. So we get this reset down in there, throw a T-bar in it just to hold it so it doesn't get kicked out or washed down. Make sure we get our safeties off. Nothing quite as bad as checking it the next morning and realizing you still left your safeties on the trap. Kind of take a couple sticks to help break up the outline a little bit so it's not so noticeable of a square in the trap. That's about it. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have another beaver or an otter traveling these runways, traveling back and forth to these lakes. Alright, we're back here at this set that we were at yesterday where we took a beaver. We'll go down here and see if we got another one in this trap and check it out. Oh yeah, big Mississippi beaver. That's what we're looking for. That's got to be the biggest beaver I think I've ever taken. not exactly sure how he thought he was going to fit through that 330. So, all right, we got this beaver out of this 330. This is 2 days and 2 beavers out of this run. So we're going to throw this 330 back in here because the job that we're on here for this guy, basically he wants all the beavers eliminated. They've actually got his culverts plugged up and they're starting to wash out his driveway down here below, so we're not worried about taking too many or hurting the population on this property here. I got a stabilizer. It's still set there right between where that bank and that tree root is, because it's a pinch point. It's going to funnel those beavers when they come from this lake down this run. They have no option but to go through our 330 here. Get that pop back down in the stabilizer. Make sure you take your triggers off, because nothing worse you want to find than the next morning come back and your trap's fired off and your safeties are still on it and you missed your animal. Make sure we T-bar that back down, so if we catch another one here, he's not going to work his way down in here and we'll have to worry about digging him out. And because of where we're setting this and it's so tight already, we really don't have to worry about fencing him down, because we have the bank acting as guide on one side and this tree root on the other, but we want to break up that square. So when it comes down through here, it just looks like a little bit of brush, or if you look down through here, you can see there's all kinds of different shapes and stuff, and they don't focus on that square point. And that's a finished remake, so we'll check it tomorrow and we'll shoot for 3 for 3 on this one.
My God, that one beaver was a hog. Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to hook up with Justin Rogers. He's going to show us what he likes to call a side channel set for otters and beavers on the F&T Set of the Week.
I've been a professional trapper for over 40 years, and in that time, I've skinned literally thousands of animals. I've learned that it doesn't matter how cool a knife looks on your hip. What really matters is sharpness and reliability. And that's why I created the Robby Wicked Sharp line of replacement blade knives. These are knives that will quickly skin your critters without skinning your wallet. Visit WebbyKnives.com to get the new Monarch folding knife with 3 replacement blades for just $19.95. Robby Knives, Wicked Sharp.
Before you make your next trapping supply purchase, be sure to check out TrappingTimeTV.com. We have an extensive line of products and we're adding new products all the time. If you've seen it on the show, we have it. Don't forget to check out the Trapping Time line of baits and lures. You will definitely want to try out our #1 selling Back 40 Predator bait. We also are the home of the Trapping Time Trap Bed Cookie Cutter. Make TrappingTimeTV.com your last stop.
F&T Fur Harvesters Trading Post, Alpena, Michigan. We have all of the equipment that you need for trapping, hunting with hounds, predator calling, and fur handling supplies. We also carry a great selection of tanned fur and fur-related products. Whether you've been trapping for a lifetime or just want to get started in the field, we have everything you need to get you pointed in the right direction. Call us today and we'll send you our full color catalog where you can get equipped for your next trip on the line. F&T Fur Harvesters Trading Post. Everything you need.
All right, what we're going to do here, guys, we got this beaver dam goes all the way across this main creek. What I'm going to set, this little side channel set right here. A lot of times, beaver, especially otter, there usually be a crossover right through the very middle of the dam. So a lot of times right here on the side, especially otter, this is where they're going to cross. Especially they're coming up the creek, fishing on the edge of the bank. They're going to be towards the inner bank to get out of that current. So what we're going to do, I cleaned it out a little bit yesterday. I'm going to back up and put these 2 cypress knees right here. That way, if a beaver does come, they plug this up a little bit, our trap will still be operating back here. So the water's a little bit swifter than what I like for this set, but the water level's dropping pretty quick every day, so we should be okay. So I've got it. I got a T-bar here. I got about 6 foot of wire to my trap. And the reason I do that down here, that way, when we catch something and it flops out, it's going to flop off in the main stream and be underwater and won't spook anything yet it comes up. So what we'll do is we'll just wire it. Stick that in there, that way it'll just fly right out. I use little stabilizers. Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. It's got a good bottom to it. That way I remember where my stabilizer is. This is a Duke 330. Actually, a brand new trap. I've never set it. Some folks run their springs on the bottom. I don't think it really matters. You may get a little bit of fur damage to catch the beaver. But I always run mine on top. That's just how I do it. It's just a habit of running mine. Because of this current, I'm going to put it in the last notch so it won't be so hard trigger. Push it in. Ideally, I like to have my conibears all the way under the water if I can, but in this situation, it's not going to allow that, but I think it'll be fine. We're going to add some sticks. I'm going to take my safety off. We're going to add some sticks just kind of for break up the outline a little bit. Sometimes otters can get kind of square shy. Down here in the south, they're not usually that bad, but it doesn't hurt just to kind of camouflage everything in a little bit. Just gonna lay this kind of like a dive pole, and just kind of help break it up. And that's really all there is to it. Like I said, any otter, beaver that's coming up the creek, they're going to be hugging this bank. They're going to cross right here. If they're coming down the creek, a lot of times they'll come down the creek edge, so fishing for crayfish and salamanders and frogs and such. They're going to feed down here. When they get these openings, they're just going to shoot right through there. They'll shoot right in that conibear. So we'll come back tomorrow, and we'll check it, and hopefully we'll catch something.
Captioning for Trapping Time is brought to you by Duke Traps, America's best trap value.
For some of us, trapping season never ends. It's in our blood. It defines the very person we are. Let Southern Snares and Supply be part of your trapping world. Be sure to try out our best-selling capital punishment predator bait and our new Pure Gator oil.
From the hills of West Virginia, Smokey's Deer Lures presents the first and only real pre-orbital gland lure in the world. Applying pre-orbital gland lure to a licking branch will allow you to take a complete inventory of the bucks at your favorite hunting spot. Get yours at smokiesdeerlure.com.
The Big Game Gut Glove is revolutionizing the way big game hunters and trappers are successful in the field. The 26-inch version fits over your elbows and protects you and your expensive hunting clothing from blood or cold water. They're made to fit your hands from extra small to extra large.
What I like about them, I can feel with them.
Existing products on the market don't give you the feel or protection you need. Wet or dry, the special non-slip grip bonds tightly to whatever you're handling. The Big Game Gut Gloves are reusable so you save money and promote going green.
Welcome back, folks. You know, that little set right there is just a sweet, sweet little set. You know, I wish we had stuff like that up home, but we don't have a lot of cypress knees and type stuff growing when it's 0 temperatures out and snow and not 80 degrees all year long like it is in Mississippi. All right, it's my turn at the plate. I'll show you some of my beaver action.
All right, we're back in Mississippi here, and we're setting this little stream. Now, what's different about these than back home, these things are only a few inches deep, but the bottoms are solid as can be. Now, we set this little run down through here because we're kind of hoping that some otters are going to come up through here, but we knew we was probably going to snag some beavers. These beavers are going to come down through here and just gradually come down and just swim, so you want to set up the places so you can catch them coming. This little beaver here has actually been chewed on. We saw some fox tracks back there. I'd say he's bounced over here and chewed on him a little bit. Well, there's some tracks right here, and that's exactly what happened. But pretty simple setup. I guess not too bad of a beaver. What we like to do, we like to stake these out. Now, he got through there pretty far. He must have shot right down through there. We take our T-bars and we run them down in because for a couple reasons. One reason, when these beavers get hit with these 330s, a lot of times they thrash. As they're thrashing around, we want to make sure they don't get caught by the current and go down. Also, like we had talked, I said it had already been chewed on. Something's came in here and tried to drag us out of here. That's why it was up above. The current's running down. This beaver should have been down below. Something's popped him out of here and got him up. So that's the other reason why we saved this beaver from getting taken. Okay, we're going to reset this in the same exact spot. We was using our H stand. Pretty simple setup. I mean, we didn't really fence this beaver in. We were counting on him staying on this side of the bank because it seems like that's where most of the current's going. We have all this big debris pile over here, and it looks like they've been traveling this way here, so we thought this was going to be the better setup. Now, I usually set middle. I'm probably going to set first notch on him. I want this thing firing a little bit faster than what it did in case he does shoot down through here. These H stands make it so nice. Make sure you pop your safeties and we're good. I like to slide them all the way up to the top. A lot of guys will wire them back off, which is a good idea, but we're just going to do it kind of old school, and we're going to take and push, try to get this jaw here down in the mud if we can, and help stabilize this trap a little bit. Push it down in there. You don't want to get, especially in Mississippi here, you don't want to get too deep in this mud. It's not like it is back home. When it's down in there, it's like concrete. It'll suck that thing right up. And now we're just gonna take some of these sticks here and kind of blend it in a little bit. We want to just give the illusion that, hey, here's an opening. Let's get, that way these animals can it'll kind of force them in. A lot of times we call it subtle fencing. You want just enough to kind of get them to go the other direction. It doesn't take a lot. So if you just follow these little tricks here, try to stay with I like staying with the outside because it's slower and we have a little deeper pool. We can get our traps down in, and chances are we'll have us another beaver and hopefully an otter in here, because that's kind of what we're focusing on, because we're starting to see some good otter sign on here. All right, let's get my half-eaten beaver, get him up to a four-wheeler. We still got some sets to check, and we're just getting started, guys. We got a long day of trapping ahead of us.
Well, if I could keep the foxes away from the beavers, I'd have some pretty good pelts so far. Hey, let's jump onto another little section of the swamp and look and see what I caught there.
Now we're here in Mississippi and we're beaver busting today, and I'm gonna slide down in this channel without getting wet. What we have here is a nice little channel coming down through here paralleling the main dam. When I came in here, I seen this nice little cutoff. It's shooting down through here. I thought, I want to set a trap here. Well, after I planted my trap, Jason had one about 10 feet away. And because we're buddies, all's fair when you're trapping beaver. I thought hopefully I could short stand him and maybe catch an otter in front of him. But we're here to take out beavers mainly. The otters will be a bonus. But it's a nice young beaver, caught in a Duke 330. We've got an H stand in here. We've got a natural dive log here. This tree's laying down across here. When I set this trap, all I did was put my H stand down in, and we fenced it off a little bit. That way when they came through here, it's just they're naturally coming down through here anyway. We're not really making them do anything that they're not normally going to do. We'll just give them a little added touch just to try to keep them in a little bit tighter. And it wasn't aggressive fencing. It was just a couple sticks just to make sure they stayed in the channel and went on down through. Just throw some of these sticks in here and just kind of, like I said, we pretty much know where the trap's at. We know they're going to come down through here. We just want to give them a little bit more of a reason to hug the center of this channel, especially after they've seen a beaver plugged in it. Just another little added thing. Controlling the beavers here in central Mississippi.
When we come back, Jason and I lay the smack down on some Mississippi beavers.
Trapping products by J3 Outdoors, the most versatile and efficient trapping devices on the market.
F&T Fur Harvesters Trading Post, Alpena, Michigan. We have all of the equipment that you need for trapping, hunting with hounds, predator calling, and fur handling supplies. We also carry a great selection of tanned fur and fur-related products. Whether you've been trapping for a lifetime or just want to get started in the field, we have everything you need to get you pointed in the right direction. Call us today and we'll send you our full color catalog where you can get equipped for your next trip on the line. F&T Fur Harvesters Trading Post. Everything you need.
All right. Well, we're trapping on a deer ranch down here. It's about 3,000 acres, and part of the thing is he wanted us to. They've got some beaver problems here, water backing up, washing out some of the roads and getting up into some of their food plots. So we came into this backwater here, this slough, and kind of looking around, you can see the runs that they're using. Kind of basically like highways that they're using to get through all this stuff. So what we did is basically sawed them out and plugged up as many as we could with some 330s that we had on the bikes that day. We set yesterday. And basically what I tried to focus in on was like a natural dive pole, something that was already there, that they're already used to when they're swimming along, ducking under. And you just kind of feel it with your feet, and you can feel the bottom kind of bowled out and a hard packed bottom. So you know they're using it because they're keeping the loose silt washed away. And we actually connected here on 4 beavers. We got 1 here and 3 back up through that way. So this one here is just a kit beaver for this year. Connected on a 330 with this one. But we'll get this one out here and go ahead and pull those other ones. And what we're going to do is we're using just a simple H stand on the 330. And you want to feel with your feet and sink that right in the middle of that washed out bowl in the bottom and get it as close to that dive pole so when they're coming along, they're basically going to duck right through that 330 on you. Okay, well this is the 3rd out of the 4 beavers we took here. Basically same as the other ones. There's a channel coming down through here, turns, goes back into these hardwoods. So same thing, basically just found a natural dive log. Something was already there to make it easy. So I'm not having to worry about moving brush around. And there's another kid out of the colony here. So we'll get this remade and get this other beaver, and hopefully this makes the landowner happy here, because this was one of his primary goals. He wanted us to, first thing he showed us here, he wanted these beavers out of here because of the damage that they're doing. So we're not worried about the size or how many we take. Basically our job here is to eliminate them all.
Well, we made us a typical drowning set. We had a crossover right here. We set a Duke number 4 pull on the other side. Now this is set up with a drowning rig. What ended up happening, somehow this beaver, this is a huge beaver. Normally we fill these bags up pretty full, but the size of this beaver, he was able to bring the bag back up to the bank. And we've had him on a 10-foot extension cable where he can slide down. But when these beavers are this big and we don't have a lot of water here to drown them in, the number 4 is really nice because you get that high leg catch, and it'll definitely hold them there. But we're going to dispatch him. Now, this little dam here is where I caught my otter at in here in Mississippi last year. So it's got kind of a little sentimental feeling to me, but this is a monster beaver. Oh my God, it's huge. Maybe one of the biggest beavers I ever caught. Yes, I see.
Beavers here so big we got to drag them like deer.
Now folks, I've caught a lot of beavers in my short trapping career of 20 plus years. I've even caught 60 pounders. We never put this beaver on a scale, but I can honestly say that was the heaviest beaver I have ever tried to carry out of a swamp, beaver dam, or stream. It was so heavy, you see me, I was dragging it because it was that heavy. We had about a mile to get out of there, and that was, to me, that was going to be the easiest way, is to put that thing on my back and start dragging. Be sure to join up with us next week. We're headed to Justin's house, and then we're coming back to my house to chase the elusive coyote. And like we always say, we're keeping the tradition alive here at Trapping Time.
And pulled it up, and there's nothing in it.
I got a wet butt. Water was a little deeper than what I thought it was. If you can. It feels wet.
Folks, be sure to follow our Trapping Time Facebook page and check out our website, trappingtimetv.com, for all your Trapping Time apparel and trapping supplies.